And my people, here comes another session of the same old story I've been talking about. Russia wants to be paid in rubles. If you want to buy their oil, you have to pay in rubles. If you don't have rubles, forget about Russian oil. The reason why the Putin administration is trying to pressurize the world to buy the oil in rubles is because they want to enhance the power, the currency strength in rubles. It will create demand, and before they print, they have the hard currency. In other words, this war is escalating into commercial interest. America, petrodollar, your time is over. Time has come for the world to diversify its interest. You have been putting threshold, and now time is up. You sanctioned the Russians. They innovate their own ideas and their own technologies. 70% of the world population doesn't want American policy and European Union. When you impose sanctions, Africa never spoke. Neither did it support the war against Ukraine or acknowledged the sabotage designed by the Americans. Whole of South America never ever participated to support America. Ask yourself why. Now I see the White House is trying to cause African leaders to take sides and to vote against the invasion, as they call it. Do you think they are dumb to an extent they can support you? No. Reason? They need Russia for ammunition, aviation technologies, and scientific research. Russia has done no evil to African countries. No evil. Russians doesn't consolidate stolen wealth and give it back to Africa as a kitty for development. Russia doesn't impose sanctions, doesn't fight any regime unnecessarily unless it's a serious threat like what is happening right now in Ukraine. What Putin is doing is denazification. Nationalists who have taken over and persecuting Russians or Russian speaking people in Luhansk and Donbass. This is beyond human comprehension. And Putin tried all the means for dialogue, but it failed. You expected him to do what? To act the way he acted. Now there is shortage of food worldwide. Who is suffering? Because of American policy of influence through NATO congregants. NATO nowhere it has ever stepped and there erupted peace. It was in Afghanistan. What did it do? It was beaten 9-0 by the people with a Kalashnikov and a motorcycle and semi-educated because they knew they dragged NATO into the war. We don't care whether it's 30 years or 40 years. They'll drain their resources, they'll drop their ammunitions here, but they will not finish us. The generation that is coming will liberate us. Same case here with America invading Ukraine and planting chemical weapons and chemical labs there, secretly aiming at Russia. What do you want? Haven't you had enough of the First World War and Second World War? Haven't you had it stolen enough through Bretton Woods institutions? Have you haven't enough? Haven't you? What do you want? Let the world be at peace. Let the world be dependent. We are not afraid. The movement is moving on. And Arab world is shifting the geopolitical interest from America driven interest to pro-Russian. And once they join hands, America, you don't have a choice. You can't dictate more to the world through petrodollar. You have to go back to the drawing board and think of digging or exploring your own oil in America, because you have it, but you don't want to explore it. You want to exploit the world's oil. So when the world oil is finished or is exhausted, you want to start digging yours. We know what you want to do. We know. Biden is the weakest president ever lived and ruled America. And Russia knew this. That's why they acted. And they cannot change. Money is going to be very scarce. Food is going to be very scarce. Cost of production is going to be very scarce. Millions and millions in Eastern Europe, they are going to be very poor. Africa is going to be decapitated completely, because the resources are not there anymore. Hit that subscription button, like and share, and comment below. I'm here to give you more.